This is for you, my one and only, forever and always. Yo, it started back in August 2014, when both of us thought love was just a dream. Until we found each other online, seeing you out, shivers down my spine. There was only one problem. You were living in the USA, and I'm living in the UK.
What's going on, guys? CasualSavage here, and in this video I'm going to be showing you how to create a smooth zoom out transition in Vegas Pro 15. Now for this tutorial I'm going to be showing you two different ways how to achieve this transition. One which will be using a paid plugin, and that is Sapphire Plugins, and another way which will be showing you how to do this effect just by using the pan and crop tool. So here we are in Vegas Pro 15, and I want to be showing you two different ways how to achieve this effect. Now this can be with a paid plugin known as Sapphire Plugins, or a completely free way with built-in features with Vegas Pro. So the first thing you want to do is have two clips side by side, and what we're going to do is head over to Video Effects. From Video Effects you're going to scroll all the way down until you see S_blur mode curves. From here you're just going to drag and drop on the default onto the left clip. Now, first things first, where it says wrap X and wrap Y, we're going to change both of these from no to reflect. Then what we're going to do where it says Z dist, we're simply going to change this to 0.8 and press enter on your keyboard. Then next to this, we're going to toggle the animation by pressing this clock. Have sync cursor at the bottom here highlighted. Simply zoom in using the mouse wheel, lay down a keyframe at the end of your video. Then this is where you choose how quickly or how slowly you want this effect to happen. So I'm going to go back 4 keyframes. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm then going to lay down a keyframe. Now with this end keyframe is where we will be changing it to. Now all we're going to be doing is changing this to number 1. So highlight it, press 1 on your keyboard and press enter. Now we're done for this part. We're then going to X out of it, and we're going to drag on the default onto the clip on the right. Here what we're going to do is change Z dist to 0.1 and press enter. This is what will happen, and that's completely fine. We're going to change wrap X to reflect. We're going to change wrap Y to reflect as well. We're then going to toggle the animation on Z dist. We're then going to come across 4 keyframes, or the number of keyframes you came across on the previous clip. So I'm going to go across 4 frames. Then we're going to change this back to 1. So just type in 1, press enter, and it'll be back to normal. Now from here, believe it or not, everything is completed. So I'll play this through, and we have just created the zooming out transition. Just like that. As you can see, it looks super nice and super smooth. Now I'm going to be showing you how to recreate that exact same effect but without plugins. So we're going to come to the center, and all we're going to do is go back a couple of frames. Now this depends how quickly or slowly you want this effect to happen. So once again I'm going to pick 4 keyframes. I'm going to press S on my keyboard to split. Then I'm going to come back to the right clip, come forward 4 keyframes, press S on my keyboard to split, and you'll see we now have our 2 clips here which are 4 frames each. So we're going to zoom in until we see the pan and crop tool on the left hand side. So we're going to select the pan and crop. From here, make sure size about center is selected. Make sure lock aspect ratio is also selected. Then you also want to have sync cursor highlighted. Now for this we will have to sacrifice some part of the video because you're going to need to be zoomed in from the get-go. So we're going to zoom in a little bit, and everything on the outside of this F is going to be cropped out. So I'm going to leave it there. I'm then going to come across to the end. I'm going to select right click and restore. Now this first keyframe we created, we're going to right click and select copy. The reason for this is because this is only going to be affected on this little section here. But the whole clip before, you can see that's the difference it will make. So come to the pan and crop on the rest of your clip up here. Come to the very first keyframe, make sure you are selected on position. Just right click it and select paste. Now you can see everything will be in the correct position like that. So the next thing we're going to be doing is coming over to the next clip, and we're going to come to the pan and crop. For the very first keyframe we're going to zoom in a lot more. Now it's up to you, you can go all the way in. For me, I'm going to stay here. Then I'm going to come across to the end, and I'm simply going to right click and restore. So this clip on the right, it will be in the full resolution and you won't be cropping anything out. Now from here we are almost done. We've basically done the transition, but I'm going to give you a trick to make it look a lot better. So playing it through, you can see that is what we get. So how do we make it better? Well, we're going to create motion blur. So to do that, we're going to head over to video effects, and what we are going to be looking for is Radial Blur, which is right here. Now all we're going to do is drag on the default onto the first clip. For the strength on this, we're going to animate it. The very first keyframe is going to stay at 0, then we're going to come across to the end and we're going to bump this up. Now I do recommend going quite high. Then we're going to X out of it, we're going to drag on Radial Blur onto the next clip. This time we're going to toggle the animation, and the first keyframe is going to be quite high. So like here. Then I'm going to come across to the end and turn that strength all the way down to 0. So I'm going to X out of it. Now when I play it through, this is it completed with motion blur. You can see, in my opinion, it looks a lot better. And of course, if you do take up a bit more keyframes than the ones I've used, it will show a lot more. So if I go through this in keyframes, you can see it's going to zoom out and it's going to blur and it's going to change. Really simple, but super smooth.